What's good, Too Smooth Fam? I'm back. Oh snap, my chair is squeaky. One sec. What's good, y'all? I'm back with another video, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys what to do if your dreads start to thin out. You feel me? Before we get into the video, I just want to let you guys know that I'm gonna be teaching you how to fix it, how you can avoid it happening, and you know, overall just what to do when it happens. But yeah, before we get into the video, go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button if you end up liking the video. That'd be great. Anyways, I have nothing else for you guys, so let's get straight to it.
Put in a dark bitch, stop in my heart, bitch, not on her carpet, and look on her scar, bitch, your girl bleed, my girl skin.
Alright y'all, don't be judging my cut because I haven't got a haircut in a minute. But anyways, let me first explain what's basically happening when your dreads thinning out. So let's go ahead and grab one of these real quick. So right here, the hair around the close part to your dread, right? The hair around it is basically breaking off at the base of your hair. And so what it's causing to do is just thin out because it's not reconnecting. So basically the first choice you have to do is go ahead and grab some gel, right? First thing you want to do is take that dread, right? And just comb that very base just a little bit, right? And what it's gonna do is get all the little hair that's around it to come up, like the parts that have snapped off from twisting it. You can grab yourself a little bit of gel and rub it along and get as much loose hair that's around it as possible and incorporate it into that dread. This is one way that you can help fix things out. It's kind of hard to like permanently like fix it, but it's one way to help it if it starts to thin out. Okay, and you don't want to over twist it. You just want to make sure you get all the hair in there. Now go ahead and let that dry. Yeah, so that's basically the first way. What you do is just gather the small hairs, the loose hairs around it, and incorporate it into the dread. And that's the first way. Let me show you the second way real quick. Alright, so what I did was basically just took out another dread, and I'm using the one next to it that I just showed you guys how to fix. Move my hair back a little bit. So anyways, this is what we do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna double strand them, right? So basically what we're gonna do is take them and put them together, and I'll show you an example after I finish showing you how to do it. But yeah, that's what you're gonna do. Take your comb again and grab both of them, and they're obviously gonna have to be the ones that are right next to each other. So basically take your comb and at the very base do the same thing and just comb it out a little bit. Alright, and then the next step is with your finger try to untwist them just a little bit. Like I said, at the base, nothing else. Just at the base, untwist it just a little bit. Right, so now they're like loose at the base as much as you can get it. And now what you can do is basically grab right there and then pinch them together like it's one dread and twist them together like it's one dread. And they'll start twisting together, okay? Just these two. Do not let any other dreads get caught up into it. And basically, once they get pretty tight, go ahead and grab your comb and start coming into it just a little bit. Basically, what it's doing is helping it like untwist the dreads that's already together and like putting the two dreads together. Right, so just keep twisting. Alright, now for the most part, they're pretty together, so it seems like it's just one, but they're obviously going to come untwisted if you just leave it like this. So what you'll want to do is get a small rubber band and get it to the very base of that dread, as low as you can get it. And then you're going to tighten that band around a couple of times. The reason why you put the band is because it's kind of difficult to keep these to dread together without them interfering with the dreads around them. So banding it really helps. Alright, now that the band's nice and tight on there, I think you guys can see that. You're going to move it down as much as possible to the base. Right. And then voila. Literally that's it, right? Just gonna leave it like that. Okay, and you're like, so what's next? Is that it? Just double strand them. So there's a couple of things you can do once they're double stranded. You could either, speaking of that here, let me show you another example real quick. Let me find it. There you go. Okay. My hair's put up and I have that 2-strand right there. My hair's kind of messy. Wow. See, it looks kind of ridiculous like this because for one, it's just not a good way to put your hair. For two, I really need a retwist if I'm being honest. I'll make a video showing you guys how I retwist without the sponge on my own. Anyways, that's not what today's video is about. Let's go ahead and get into it. So basically, here's an example of a retwist. I did the exact same process, right? But as you can see, as it grows together and makes one dread, right? So now it literally just looks like one dread but with 2 ends, okay? So as you can see, it started thinning right here. So I just put them together, and here's what you do. So either one, you could keep it like this and let your dread grow out like this and have a couple, which is totally fine. And I have a couple of other ones in my head that's like that. Or for this one, if you look at it, right, the thickness of this dread is about the same of the base, right? This one's just thin and it's weirdly hanging on. Now, I don't necessarily like the looks of that. And so what you do is this. Take scissors. That short one right there, right? Just cut it about that much room. So now that thin part's off, okay. And then you have this right here. Now, obviously, you're not gonna wanna keep this just hanging like that. It looks kind of weird. So, what you do is, take this, and it's probably better if you do this, like, just get get the hair just a little bit wet, it'll be easier. But honestly, it's not that big of a deal right now since I'm just doing one. So just take your comb and comb out this little part. And I'll show you what to do next after I do this real quick. Okay, now that I got it out pretty much, it looks a little frizzy, right? It's like combed out or whatever. It still might be a little twirly, but that's right. So basically, now that you got it out, one thing is, I advise you find a super fine definition comb. This honestly isn't that fine. There are a lot finer ones, right? So you could just use this if this is all you have. But anyways, you do that. So after you cut it off, you comb it out. And now it's all frizzy, okay? And now what you're gonna do is take your gel. So you just want a tiny bit on like your 2 fingers, right? So take your gel, find where that's at. And with your nail, drive it through to make sure all that loose gone hair is out. And just twist it into there. The little part. Take the gel and twist it in. Okay, when you look at this, right, I'm gonna make sure it's twisted in all the way. And after some time, it'll just become more of the dread. When you look at this dread, it looks like a normal dread, right? Looks like nothing was there. It just looks like a single dread. And that's how you fix thinning out dreads, y'all. See how simple that was? Well, it's not as simple, but you see how I do it. It's not hard, okay? So really, that's all you do is you twist them together with the band, like this one right here. These 2 dreads. Give it like a couple of months, and eventually they'll turn into a double strand. Here's another double strand that I might fix later. Right here, right? And these ones are fairly even, so I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, turn to the double strand, give it some time, and then just like that one, you're gonna cut off the end just a little bit, and then comb it out, and then twist it right back into your dread, and then voila, it looks like a brand new dreadlock. And that's how you do it. If your hair starts thinning out, I advise you do that process, or you could just let it fall out, which is, it's up to you. And then yeah, it's that simple. It's that simple. If you guys like this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. That'd be great. And if you guys want some more advice how to do your hair, I got you. Just comment what you want. And also, I'm gonna be coming out with a video of how I retwist my own hair. As you guys can see, my hair like looks very upheld, and that's because I haven't retwisted in a while. So like these ones up here, it's like thick at the bottom, so it just sits on top like that. And yeah, but I'm chilling. Once I retwist it, it's gonna look nice. It's gonna be very long. Y'all will see. Anyways, that's it for today's video. I showed you guys how to fix thinning out dreads. I'll catch you in another video. Peace.